Well, good morning, boys and girls. I suspect it's going to rain in a minute by the look of my sky. Just get my microphone where I'm not chewing it. Today I want to have a talk, and I want this to be a two-way conversation. Safety. Now, I'm not talking safety gear, I'm talking being seen. I was riding through Colchester, a few months now, and I got a girl in a car, a little Clio, nudged me up the bum at a set of traffic lights. So I stopped to the other side of the lights after the usual gesticulations. As she got out, she was ever so apologetic and, yeah, right, I've heard it all before, why didn't you see me? And she said, well, I saw the Range Rover, which I was parked behind, waiting at the lights. Nice big black Range Rover with these LED lights and din 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 din. And she said, I didn't see you. And I was coming up gently, that's why it was only a nudge. Because I suddenly realised at the last second, you were there. God, it's windy. So, it come up in conversation with my nephew about bikes and lights and whatever. And I said, well, I've got reflective strips on the back of my bike. And he said, well, I followed you down the road and they're okay. They really work occasionally, but when your bike's a bit wet or a bit muddy, you got to be looking for them to see them. And I thought, well, riding around town the other night, stopped my bike, it was raining, and I got off, put it on its stand, left the side lights on, I walked down the road about 20 yards and looked back. And yeah, I knew I was looking at my bike and I knew it was there and I saw the light, but in general it did merge into the background. God, it's windy. So, last couple of days, what's I been doing? So I just suddenly decided to come down here. I fitted some lights to my bike. LEDs, because I've only got a small alternator on this bike. Haven't been down here for a while. So I thought I would fix some extra LEDs. Now, I don't know, I feel a bit like a Christmas tree, to be honest. Bloody hell. Wind's coming from the other way now. I've got to be honest, I feel a bit like a Christmas tree. But if it saves my life, is it worth it? I'll give you a show round in a second and let you see the lights when I find somewhere safe to park. I don't know. Yeah, I feel a bit of a twizzock with them on the back. But then again, if it gets me seen and it saves my life, I'll be happy. Have I said that? I have, haven't I? Wow, that wind is tough. Are you near the coast? Did you flood out last night? Or this morning even? Because it's still going on. Seven degrees, look, 6th of December and 7 degrees. It's incredible, isn't it? I know we're going to pay for it. I keep saying that and I keep waiting, and I think when it comes it's just going to dump on us. I'm going to pop to Tesco's because I realised if it does dump, I haven't got a little stock of food, so I'm going to get a little stock of not fresh stuff, but I don't normally do tin stuff. I'm a fresh guy. I love my fish and I love my vegetables. I'm not a vegetarian, but I'm almost a vegetarian. Why? I don't know. I used to be a blue steak man. If a bit of meat had got a heartbeat, oh yeah, I'd eat it. And then I started to go off it for no reason. I wasn't enjoying it. So I tried a medium rare. God, that was even worse. And then my daughter, who's a vegetarian, I went up there and I stayed there and she fed me some vegetarian meals, and you know, it's quite nice. And this all happened when I gave up smoking. Taste buds changed, didn't they? Done a complete U-turn. All the stuff I used to love, I no longer like. So, if I want to eat steaks again, I've got to start smoking? Is that the principle? Or will my taste buds eventually come back around again? I don't know, but I'm more or less vegetarian now. So if you... See, that's the other reason, that little twazzock in there. Cars won't slow down for you. Not in this part of the world. If you're in a narrow country lane, they just won't slow down. So I decided to make myself seen from front and back. Okay, let's see if we can show you that bike falling over in the mud. Oh. Oh, that weather's nasty, isn't it? Ah. Right, so that's how she looks from the back now. She's got LED unit in the light unit and 2 strips. I suspect at night it'll have more effect, but I've also fitted a brake light modulator. And as for the front, I found that since fitting these, they're only LED lights, but since fitting the 2 little spotlights at the front, I have found that people do tend to pay more attention to you in town, certainly. You're riding through town, and I'm not getting so many edging out on me. The other option, of course, is to wear a yellow reflective jacket. Now, if I'm going a long way at night on the motorway, I will wear a reflective jacket. Not because I want to look like anything, it's because if you come off on the motorway, you want to be seen. You're separate from your bike, you're sliding down the road, you want to be seen by other fast cars. You don't want to be a dark lump in the middle lane getting whacked by a 34-ton lorry. Didn't see you, mate. So, yes, on the motorways at night I wear a reflective jacket because I want to be seen if I come off. The rest of the time I don't like them. I find them tedious to put on, and I don't know, I feel like a lemon. And I've had a lifetime, one way or another, wearing reflective jackets. And I now want to be fairly innocuous as a person, But I want to be seen when I'm riding around because I want to live a bit longer. What do you think? Are you interested? Are you gonna ride around with one light bulb and think, yeah, that's good enough, or one little LED cluster at the back of your bike and think, yeah, that's good enough? That's the jam factory I was talking about the other day, Tiptree Jam, the one with the sweet odour, along with the bean factory at Golden Fruit Farms, making the smells, which is just back in that direction about a mile. I should think living in that house, it was very aromatic. So that was my little subject today, really. Safety. Can we be seen? Do we want to be seen? I think fair enough if you only ride on nice days. If you just ride in the summer, like the polishers, or you only ride in the daylight to go to the shops. But if you're serious, like a lot of you lads do, commuting to work in the morning, when the guy in the car behind you is half asleep, there's a lot of vehicles do actually, a lot of motorbikes get rear-ended at speed. They're driving along at 30 and somebody shunts them up the arse because they didn't see them. Partly because their mindset is not looking for a motorbike. And partly because us motorcyclists don't really think about whether we can be seen or not. Daft, innit? It'd be daft, boy. So, me, I'm all for being seen. Me, now you see that van? I'm willing to bet that had I not had all the lights on the front, he'd have risked going across in front of me. They do, I've noticed a difference. I categorically noticed a difference since I had the front spotlights on. And they're not powerful enough to dazzle because they're not spotlights, they're driving lights. And I've sort of looked at them at night and seen that they're not. Nearly fell over staring at my camera. It's amusing, isn't it? You got the little drift on the side, people don't really notice them, but when you got a GoPro stuck on the top of your head like a lighthouse, they all look at you and think, he's a bit nuts, he's a bit odd. Actually had one young lad staring at me the other day on a zebra crossing, he tripped over himself.